Through ash and fall where embers rise, beneath blood moons and ashen skies, a lone blade danced through fire and flame. The Puckington, the dragon's bane. With every strike, with every parry, no shield too weak, no burden heavy, the dragon's claws would crash in vain as Puck stood fast through ash and rain.
They called him Puck, the parrying slayer, a fearless soul, a steadfast player. No beast too vast, no worm too grand could match his steel or guiding hand.
He roamed the endless haunted land with weathered sword in calloused hand. Through ruined keeps and forest stalls, he sought the traps, the curse, the cold. For every soul in sorrow chained, he broke the curse through blood and pain.
Their spirits rose on silver light,
escaping endless haunted night. Roared with molten breath, yet Puck would laugh in face of death.
the one perfect parry, sharp and clean, and kings of fire fell unseen.
So sing his name by hearth and hall,
Let echoes shake each ancient wall.
for hope still walks where shadows sting. Oh, hail the mighty, the Puckington.
Yet victory bears a hidden cost, for every soul a piece was lost.
Though cheers would rise from those set free, their weight remained inside of he.
His armor dulled, his footsteps slow, still onward through the ember road.
No feast, no throne, no crown he'd claim,
Just whispered prayers beside his name.
the endless lands grew cold and still.
Yet Puck climbed every shattered hill
He searched where even light had fled.
to speak with those the world called dead.
At last he reached the final pyre,
No dragon there, no blazing fire.
a silent field of broken stone.
For every soul was finally home.
He lowered then his faithful blade beneath the ash and twilight shade. No songs were sung, no voices stirred, not one farewell, not one last word. The wind alone would speak his name,
Then scatter all he overcame.
the hero none remained to see.
Set every soul except his free.
So if
You wander ashen fall and hear a distant raven call,
raise up your shield where embers cling
and mourn the fate.
of the Puckington. So sing his name,
By hearth and hall,
let echoes shake,
each ancient wall,
for hope still walks
where shadows sting.
all hail the mighty, the Puckington.
Hey! Hello people, what big whining, here we are. This is a new arena. Next week we have been told that the update is going to come out. We're going to have double jump, dash, the whole shabazz. We're going to have a lot going on. So this is the new arena that's in the making at the moment. The platform down here is just to act as a base, because I'm going to have them, I'm going to get rid of a lot of this, so there's going to be a full damage. Or maybe I'll do like an underneath point where you can actually get back up. In case you do fall, I heard something there. Alright, maybe we should get... Have you heard this banger? Have you heard this banger? Listen to this tingy window bean ting. This is some crazy things out here. While we're waiting for people to come in, we'll just start banging them out. Screw it. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people out here ain't gonna like no grime rap. I'm gonna make a YouTube channel of all these tunes.
Look, ash in the air, got the skyline ghosting. Puck in the mist, now the whole room's frozen. Short for the puck and the name stay spoken. Every blade that raised gets bent or broken. I don't rush fights, I just wait and measure. One wrong step and I collect that pressure. Dragons breathe fire, breathe out cold. I walk away calm while the mountains smolder. Kings build walls, I build reputations. Every queen parry rewrites expectations. You came for glory, I came for precision. Now your whole quest ends in one decision.
I've heard the stories whispered at night of steel that flashes faster than light. They say he walks where hope grows thin, and no one leaves the way they went in. The ravens circle wherever he stands. Ash keeps falling through forgotten lands. Some chase gold, some chase crowns. Puck leaves silence in forgotten towns. That's not luck.
Who's that there?
That's just Puck.
Dragon charge,
Never landed.
one clean parry, battle ended.
Oh, Ash and Fall remembers. Names have vanished into embers. Raise your sword if you believe.
Ooh.
Only one is bound to leave. Oh, hear the old wind sing of the dragon slaying king. When the steel begins to ring, all roads lead to the parking tent.
I don't need armies marching beside me. Whole squad folded before they can find me. Read every move, every intention. You call it instinct, I call it attention. One hand steady, one eye judging, no wasted motion. No panic rushing, play just respawn, but they don't feel lucky. Every defeat starts sounding like Pucky. They all know the rules when the fog gets thicker. Swing too early and your heart beats quicker. Ash and Fall ain't fair, that's life I'm living. Only thing I ever take is everything given.
Can you hear the mountains breaking?
That's another dragon waking.
Do you feel what's drawing near?
Only those who disappear.
Ash will fall, steel will sing, all because of the parking tent.
Yeah.
Oh, let the fire burn low. Only legends truly know. Every path and every stone, oh, marks the road he's always known. Oh, hear the echoes ring. Every tavern softly sings. If you hear the anvil sing, pray it's not
The Buckington. Oh wow, it's gone wrong, hasn't it? Alright, we can calm down on the music now.
Look,
Let's scare everybody off. Let's just put some normal jammy jams on. The building jams on, should we say? A RuneScape. Chill step. We don't want to necessarily chill though, do we? We are building. We should have like in the background ready to do the fight battles. Okay, all right. Let me get the chat on before I forget. Of course, it's night time. Ay, ay, ay. Swagging him with the one. Been a bit quiet of late. It kind of picks up in a little bit later. We got a Halo Battlefield in the making. This is going to be something. It may be bigger as well. We're going to have some ting walla bing tings going on here. Ay, 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 can't see shit. So we're going to do a bit of building. And provided people want to fight me, that's also on the cards. But we need to get all these things out. Instagram has been doing well past. Yeah, they have. It has. Kind of consistent now. I think I'm getting better at what I'm looking at posting. I think that's part of it. But it could also be that because my... Oh my goodness, what is going on? Have I done this wrong? Two. On Instagram or on here? I have been building a little bit more on here. Please don't break. Alright. Yesterday I got no followers though on the stream. Even though I had quite a few newcomers, nobody banged that follow button. Even when I asked, you know. I'm always, if I help them out with their question, I'm like, maybe that deserves a follow and you can help me get to 100. But yesterday people were a little bit cold. Insta, yeah, I've been noticing more followers. It's slow, but it's building. You know what it is? Someone said once, the reason why people don't really follow anymore. What is going on with this? Is they don't, once you follow, it starts to spam your account with that person, and they might not be that interested. Like maybe they want to, I don't know. People are not so keen to follow. I'm a little bit confused with, you know, a few people who are watching my stories on Instagram and not banging the follow button. I mean, not banging the follow button, sorry, banging the like button. Do they feel embarrassed for me or something? Like, what is the beef there? Why can't I break that? Yeah, so I've been finding that because if at the very least, you know, when it's on a story, they just go there and click the like button. That would immediately increase the engagement. But I just think it's interesting. Like if you're watching the story, that means you've seen it. I don't know. It'd be interesting if, like, when I blow up, those same people start liking it. Then it kind of reveals people to me. It's like, oh, you was kind of embarrassed for me at this point, but now I'm somebody you care. I see. You know, General Grado, the boss. I do indeed. What about my man Grado? Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say that's a no from you, sir, unless you grab yourself a team. He's a fairly easy, safe, spottable guy. Like you can, not safe spot, sorry, but you can kite him around the arena. But those God War dungeons are really tricky. Like they take a little bit of a learning curve to get done on your own. So I would say if the mole is your experience of a boss, it's not looking good for you. So that might be a skip in my eyes. Very good armor drop. You know, one of the best mid-game armors. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Last time I went into the God Wars armor, there were NPCs everywhere and they almost killed me. You got a lot to learn, I guess, with the game. So the way God Wars works... No, it doesn't. So the way God Wars dungeon works is the enemy... If you're not wearing anybody's armor that is attributed to those people who are attacking you, then they will attack you. So if you wear... So what you tend to do is you wear a piece of every god armor. So you might wear Bandos head, Saradomin weapon, or Zamorak trousers. And so you wear a piece of everybody, and then they don't attack you. And or you can do a few of each and just take the attacks from whoever else. But the idea is that if you're basically showing allegiance. And then to get into the boss rooms, there is two ways. You have to fight 40 of the followers that you want to get into. Or you... Or you can... Captain, Hey, Captain. Captain, my Chaos Captain. Look at that. Welcome in, sir. I can't say we're doing anything in particularly exciting, but we're building this arena. And in anticipation of the new agility updates, you can kind of see where this PvP arena is going to go. We're going to have a lot of jumping obstacles, double jumps. We're going to make use of the movement in this game and make it a little bit more technical rather than just a battle of combat. It's going to be how well a player moves around the map to get away from certain issues. Just came by. Hey, man. Fuck you. Fuck you too. Fuck you too. Welcome, everybody. Sitting here on my lonesome. I did have a thing that said fuck you. It was this one here. This is my new emote. If you can kind of get the idea of that emote. Hey. So if everybody's a bit delayed there, I'm in the middle of building my arena in the PvP world. And this is in light of the agility update. We're gonna have podiums that people can double jump onto in the middle of fights. And hopefully as the game progresses with, you know, jump attacks, jump shots, and getting a lot more movement with the combat like they're going to do with the magic, then this is going to become like I don't know what game to compare it to, but you're going to be moving around the map and shooting and firing and running, and it's going to be like a little bit of like a platform, like an RPG Unreal type game, Unreal Tournament type setup here. So this is kind of like the larger scale battles that I'm looking at doing, like a 3v3 or 4v4, something like that. So I'm going to hopefully scale it up a bit. I'm just starting to build into these podiums here so that there is a little bit of a punishment if you don't make the jumps. I might make like a lower floor that you can climb up to some point. So, you know, you're doing a bit of a rotation around the map. But yeah, big things to come on this. Raiders, if you don't know already. I'm far away from 100 followers. I'm just saying, far away from the big 3 digits. Far away. How was your stream, Captain? Did you make progress towards your next challenge, shall we say? So you can kind of see. Way! Hello, Keo on Twitch. I saw you there. Pat, pat, pat. So I was using a measurement system here to get all these towers right. That's why you will see all these things. These are going to be removed, but I had a little bit of a system in place to make sure that these are equal on either side. There is no structural integrity on this, so that's why a lot of these things can float more than you would expect. Is the music too loud or is the music okay? You got some massive hype. Yeah, I saw, man. You had like 17 people. You're building up quick. Killed Belgar, some bolt clears. Off to the next area. Oh, you're going to like the next area, man. Selby's planning to build an arena in that area. Very dark area. Atmospheric area. It's one of my favorite areas, but not a lot of people's favorite areas. And it's funny because I was making a comment the other day about how I like the fact that this game uses more bright assets in their fantasy setting and kind of gives me a break from that dark fantasy vibe that most of these newer games like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, etc. are kind of playing with. I want to see more fantasy, you know, like psychedelic fantasy. I've never hallucinated in my life, but you know, it would be, oh no, that tree's going to cause a problem. But I really want people to explore with a lot more vibrance in fantasy. So I'm glad this kind of game is touching on that. And it still plays with the dark fantasy, especially with the story, but in the area you're going to see next is going to change up the style of the game that you've experienced so far. And it only gets interesting from there. So you do have a lot to look forward to. Oh, I can't place that. There'll be a lag there. I'm not convinced that's true. I think I'm going to hit the next area. Probably. It's my favorite area because of the atmosphere. It's just I'm an atmospheric person. Damn. So with this server, if anybody joins, you're free to join. It's a creative server, so you'll be starting your character at level 99 with 300 HP. I have a rule that if you want to fight, you can call upon me and I have to stop what I'm doing and engage with the fight. The main point of this server is to hone our skills. I'm going to be going into Captain Thumb server quite a bit, I imagine, in the future. And I'm going to play by the rules of risking my items in the open world. So I want to make sure I am on top of my game. You know, I imagine part of surviving in the open world when PvP turned on is going to be how well you escape, just like old school RuneScape. So getting your skills down here, learning how the gameplay works, how the movement system works in a PvP setting, it'll be really crucial. I can see already the higher skilled players and how they play, how they manage their stamina, and how they turn their characters. So there is definitely going to be a skill curve here, especially in the future. That's what I'm excited for. We're in before the game really shines and shows its full potential, which I've always wanted in a game. I've always wanted to join up in a game before it kicks off. Because one of my first games that I got semi-competitive with was Battlefield Bad Company 2. But I started on the last year of its life, and by the time we got really good at it, they were already moving on to the next one, and I just didn't have the same love. And now, you know, with the RPG element, I get to start on a really cool beginning, and I get to also pioneer and help build the core essence of the community, along with some other streamers like Thumb, like Captain. Like, we're onto something cool here, and I really, really hope this game thrives in the future. It's also up to us to help that happen. Do you think it's viable to use all three combat styles? Does one of them seem the strongest? Yes, 100%. It depends on the elements, but let me just make sure that the music's not too loud. Sometimes, like, when I'm talking, I'm really vocal, and I wonder if it scares people off. Or they just see the building and like, fuck that. Maybe I need to adjust my mic more. Do I think there is definitely viability in all three combat styles. With the arrows, for example, you can put poison, bleed, and fire. With magic, you can do fire, soon earth, water, and you can do air. Fire is so far the most OP. Has the best AoE effects on it. And what else we got? I do think, however, more variability in the magic and range disciplines are needed. Like, I feel like there's a lot lumped up in the melee discipline. Oh, getting a lot of lag spike here. So we're going to build like a little center arena here, like a circle. At the center of a point, there's a bridge. So you're going to both start on either side. You charge to the middle. You can also come up to these towers. And you'll be able to, again, start your jumping journey through here. Or the warriors will just simply charge through the middle. And the idea is to make use of every discipline. So the rangers are going to be hopping about, shooting everybody. And the kind of overarching goal of this was, let's say we've got 3v3 on either side. You've got both, all disciplines. You've got the tank, the ranger, and the melee, and the mage. You're gonna hope that your rangers are holding off the enemies' rangers, and same as the magic. So the melee can hash it out, and then obviously whoever wins out, now you're gonna be a man down while somebody else can focus the archers and the mages. So there is a bit of a thought process here to make use of all three disciplines. That's the plan anyway. Hey Keon, thanks for first time chat. Do let the day and night cycle just go through, or let it always be day or night? Let's say 1 second it's day during the fight, when it's dark and dark. I let it go through, so I do add torches throughout the arenas to add to the atmosphere. I think fighting during the night should be an option as well, just to give you a different feeling of the arena. Yeah, as far as it stands, I'm going to keep it that way. So I can start removing some of these platforms here as I create these standalone towers. But I might actually add another floor so that if you fall off the towers, you might take some fall damage, but you will land and you'll be able to run yourself back up at some point. So it'll be like a 2-floor arena where you can cycle your way around. Maybe someone can go around and flank unknowingly. They can do a little bit of a stealth. This is a small arena to what I actually planned, but I really like the way this bridge came along like this with the 2 towers on either side. I was in the middle of making another one over there, but I'm going to do away with that. Just because the arena space was a bit messy. The kind of idea was the real reason why